Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you on point, Dexter. This is Tarot on Dex, and I do this from the heart. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started, because you know we dominate these time constraints. Is my connection working? Should I start again? Okay, wholeness. I didn't know if it was working or not. Wholeness, infinite water flowing through your point, Dex. Tarot on Dex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. If you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started, because you know we dominate these times. And yay. Yay. I mean, it just feels like time runs away from you, right? It's already like more than halfway through the week. And from whenever you see this, let's see what the most important message is for you over the next 24 hours. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps, y'all double tap that screen and share it loud. There's a lot happening energetically in regards to like the action that you put behind faith. This card has been showing up a lot. The card says, it's the Two of Wands in this deck, and it says, Elijah went before the people and said, how long will you waver between two options? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. It's 1 Kings 18:21. This is a passage in the Bible where, you know, the people were worshiping idols as usual. And this worshiper of God, this prophet of God, he came through, and they were like these fire pits for whatever reason. I don't know what they used the fire pits for. Maybe they had like burnt offerings, like they would sacrifice things on these fire, right? So there was this like challenge between the idols and the Most High God, where the idols they set up these situations and got the idols to show their power and demonstrate what they were capable of, and then they set up one for God, and it had something to do with like the prophet Elijah having these servants pour like enormous amounts of water onto this fire pit that was about to be lit, right? Just dousing it with water and all of these things that would not make it flame, would not let it create a fire. And then, you know, he prayed and asked the God to start a fire in that thing that he just, you know, put so many inflammables in. And then God sent a lightning bolt from heaven, and poof, it just like what? And then they tried to get the idol gods to do something similar, and they weren't able to do it. And it's this type of energy. It's the action. It's not just about like the whole hoopla or the big spectacle. It's like, I have faith in God. I'll bet my life on it. I'll get him. It's like he was willing to do this in front of the whole city or whatever it is like that. Like everybody was watching. And he was like, no, I believe in God that much. And so there's this faith behind your actions that Spirit is talking about. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. And we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good through your swords energy. The card says the king was shaken. He went up to the room over the gateway and wept as he had wept. He said, oh my son, Absalom. And it just makes me feel like you might not be seeing why God is moving a certain way. Or perhaps it's like, this is when David went into Bathsheba. When David went into Bathsheba, he wrote a Psalms, and I don't really have time to look it up. We live, right? But there's a Psalms that David wrote when he was like, don't let my sin. He was talking to God when he said, don't let my sin take me out of your good graces. Don't let blot out my sin, is what David said specifically after he went into Bathsheba. And it's this type of energy where there are situations and circumstances where God is always going to chasten you. I love you so much that he gonna let you go through a situation or circumstance to realize why that's not the best way to go. But that don't mean you still not favored. And that's what this feels like to me. And there's this action it's been showing up all week, Ace of Wands energy, where God is asking you to demonstrate the faith that you have in their ability to come through for you. That's what this is. The Knight of Cups energy is out here. How did David demonstrate his faith in them? Let me tell you something about King David. A 3-3 angel number. David had long since understood, long before he got to this age, he understood that God was always going to show up in his life, because at this age, when he was dealing with Saul and his bipolar temper tantrums, he would play play the strings, and God will calm the irritability of Saul. So it's this energy what God had already showed you. This card says David took the harp and played with his hand, and Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from his heart. So this how long this since he was a little bitty boy all the way till he a grown ass king. This is how much God has shown you that God got your back. Now maybe you're going through a little chastity. Maybe you needed to learn that person wasn't for you. Maybe you needed to learn that wasn't the right career that you were supposed to be in. Maybe you needed to learn that trust God when it's time to move. Even if you get comfortable in a position, God might want to move you, but you still need to be demonstrating faith that God is always with you and that God is always for you, and that's what I'm tapped into. Give me some more energy. 212 angel number, 33 angel number. The King of Cups energy. The card says, come let us rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. And it just feels like there's this message coming through from my divine collective about, don't you know God love you? That's how this feels. And sometimes we go through chastity. Sometimes we go through chastity and we go, oh my God, I don't know if God will ever bless me. You have not done something so dire that the Most High has fallen out of love with you. It does not work like that. Page of Cups energy is out here. Whenever, as long as when God calls, you answer, then when you call, God is going to answer you. That's what this is. The Lord came and stood there calling as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel said, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. So there's this message coming through from my collective that feels like, are you listening? Are you hearing? Or 212 angel number, 2212 angel number, 33 angel number, either way it go. Are you hearing what God is trying to teach you through this conflict and confusion that you're going through? That's how this feels. 3 of Cups energy is out here. The card says, and the master of the banquet tasted the water, because it's time for you to step into your ministry. That's what this 3 of Cups feels like to me. It's time for you to step into your ministry. You have been working on something. You have been developing something, and perhaps you feel like you're not ready. Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, and 4 of Cups. Jesus didn't think he was ready. Mary knew he was ready. It was Mary ushering Jesus to turn the water into the wine that showed him that he was ready to go on his mission. And this situation or circumstance that you're going through that feels like conflict or confusion is a message coming through from spirit that lets you know it's time for you to go on your mission. This is what I'm tapped into. 9 of Swords energy is out here. The card says, then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. And he went outside and mourned. So maybe you like, sometimes we get mad at God. Sometimes we get upset at God. Sometimes we deny God. We say, you can't be real. You let me go through this. You let me go through this. You need to ask yourself, what is a situation or circumstances by God's hand trying to teach you? Despise not the chastening of the Most High God, because it leads to wisdom. Lover's card energy is out here. Despise not the chastening of the Most High God, because it leads to wisdom. What this lady ate? What fruit she ate from? What tree it was? The tree of knowledge. That's what I'm tapped into. The Queen of Swords energy is out here, right? So I feel like there is a lesson that you needed to learn. Uncomfortable, maybe, likely, but necessary, yes. God, and does that mean that God don't love you? Hell no. God still love you and is ready for you to take action. Is ready for you to move forward in your ministry with the accumulation of information, with the lesson learned. That's what I'm tapped into. 8 of Cups energy is out here with the 5 of Wands. Don't you know God got you? Don't you know God got you? 5 of Wands. Joseph in the coat of many colors when his own damn brother sold him into slavery. You think he thought God deserted him? You think he thought God left him behind? Or you think he was waiting on God to show him his dream come true? That's what this is. God hasn't forgotten you. God is not leaving you behind. There was a lesson that you needed to learn about a person, place, thing, or idea that you had more faith in than you had in God. That's what this is. The 6 of Wands energy is out here. Because it's not going to be the people around you. And it's not going to be nothing that come outside of you. It's going to be the power of God that bring down these walls of Jericho. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I saw a lot of 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I also saw 2, 2, 1, 2. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps y'all, double tap the screen and share the live so we can share this love. Let's see what the gossip is in regards to you. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides who wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do they need to know most to walk the highest path out here for the greatest good? I can't sing that song no more, huh? I hear, I don't care how long it takes. My guy going to jail. The guy who made that song is on his way to prison. I don't even know if he canceled or not. Can we still sing the song, or is it awkward? Secret admirer. The situation or circumstances behind this that song that came to my mind when I just started telling this message was this man. He was dating a younger girl. She was underage, and he was he wasn't like 40, but he was too old to be dating this little young girl, and he was like famous or very wealthy or whatever it is like that. Renowned for his music. And I don't know what happened, but I know they found the little girl body in the trunk of his car with matching tattoos. But either way it go, secret admirer. Your secret admirer. I ain't got time. The world crazy. I've been watching you. At night, I think of you. I want to be your lady, baby. If the game is on, give me a call, boo. I don't know. The gossip about you is that there are a lot of people who are attracted to you, a lot of people who are looking at you, who desire you. That's what this feels like. Now, that don't always mean, I'm sure that young man desired that little girl, but that wasn't the right thing to do, right? But you got a lot of secret admirers, hidden affection. There's a lot of people who admire you and what you're doing at this time. Collective retirement goals. They're looking at you. It feels like in some way, shape, or form, this card to me feels like you got the answer. Like this Stan is the man with the plan. It just feels like you figured it out. Like, like if whatever life you're creating, whatever life you're curating, people are like, okay, I see where they're going with it, and it looks like they're taking themselves to, nice destinations. That's what this looks like. There's someone that's watching you, but I don't think you know why they're watching you. You might even not even know that they're watching you. But I do feel like they have some type of admiration. Now, the underlying energy is how people don't really know how to love in this society. How, the real true love is not a common thing. How people, their love usually has ulterior motives attached to it. And the song just makes me feel like if a person isn't taught, or if they don't know how to express their love or go after their love, make moves toward manifesting their loves, then it can become, I wanted to say, insidious, right? It becomes this thing or this thought or this fantasy that it creates stalkers, right? That's how this feels in my mind's eye. Divine timing. It's like this person is waiting for the right time to approach you, but time is not waiting for them. That's how this feels to me. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, what's the gossip about the divine collective? Through the technical difficulties, unbreakable, inner toughness, enduring hardship, there is this underlying message in this session about how this person is manic or mental, or there's something going on in their mind that's unhealthy, right? You like something, you go get it. You like something, hey, you shoot your shot. You know what I mean? If it doesn't go the way you expect it to, cool. You learn a lesson, you move forward, you like something else. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like, I like it, but I'm afraid that it won't like me back, so it's sinister. That's what this feels like. Safe space in reverse. The card says emotional sanctuary, comfortable. It gives stalker. You understand what I'm saying? I just work here. It feels so stalkerish. I don't know that man. The song when I first started doing this channel's message. I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, I got a smile on my face. Stalkerish. Real stalkerish. Life lessons learned. For you, I feel like you focused. Like you really focused on what it's going to look like when you're not able to move around as much, right? You're really focused on the destination or the journey in some way, shape, or form, right? You have the gossip is that there are people talking about you. There's also this like underlying message of, do they know? Are they aware? This type of energy that kind of makes me feel like it's people that know something that they should be telling you that they aren't telling you. Especially about somebody who may be overly involved, like overly connected. It's like they your friend, but you're not there. It's like they feel connected to you, but you might not know who this person is. It just feels stalkerish. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, give me 3 more cards on this, because I'm about to move. Move right out. I'm about to move, baby. Shit. What is this? What is this? There's a secret admirer that won't approach the divine collective and creating unsafe spaces. technical difficulties. Unbreakable. You remember that part on that song when Kodak Black said, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. Don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Don't do that. You might get this. A lot of times our intuition does tell us. Most of the time, before you get 2 years into a relationship with a cheater, before you get 5 months into a situation or circumstance with somebody who already got another person, like you get these inklings. You get these notions in your nervous system that tells you no. Pay attention to the notions in your nervous system that's telling your ass no. Because this motherfucker coming with a lot of bullshit. There's other people that know. And you know how people be acting awkward and you say, well, they did say this, but I didn't think that deep into it. You know how when you think after the fact or hindsight, you go, oh yeah, his mama did tell me he was a dog ass nigga, but I just thought she didn't like her. You go back and you say, damn, his mama did tell me that. Or I could tell by the way, you'll go back through experiences and you say, well, his sister was kind of acting funny. I guess she knew he was cheating. Or whatever it was like that. Right? Pay attention to these red flags. Stop just going beyond them because they're telling you something. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? There's someone who has an affection, but it's like a inordinate. They have some type of inordinate affection towards you, right? Now you've gone through lessons in life that you have experienced where you get these notions in your nervous system that tell you whether it's a yes or no, and this is a no, and I want you to operate on it. I want you to act like you know. I don't want you to wait till the last minute to say, you know what? I remember when I first met that person, I got a feeling that I don't want you to be with somebody for 10 and 20 and 15, 30 years, and then later on you say, you know what? When I first met them, I knew that when their mother told me, or whatever it is like that, because that's how this feels. The gossip is there's a secret admirer, and there are people who know what this person is doing or how this person feels, like they're stalkerish or inordinate affectionate type of ways. But the most powerful path forward for my divine collective is for the trust their intuition. It's eye piece. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel it in the beginning. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna sense the red flags. It might be dismissible, but you're gonna feel it. This is what I'm tapped into. Shadow work. And this is this opportunity for you to know that every time your spirit come talk to you, it's not a demon. They told you they was demons. Your spirit is fucking telling you something. You might not want to hear what your spirit got to say, but you need to listen. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Luxury life, baby. Keep going toward what you're going on. And when your spirit tell you something, or when experience shows you something, apply the lessons that you've learned in life so you can continue down this path. Because I see that you're going somewhere. And I feel like there's an agenda. I feel like there's a schedule. But I also feel like sometimes you might disregard the messages that you get from the divine. So tap in. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. The gossip is you got a lot of people admiring you and thinking of you highly. But there are people in your energy who really don't know how to express themselves. And so there's something unsafe is how it feels to me. Now what the fuck is that? Girl, what the fuck is that? I don't... Okay. I can't do nothing about it. I don't even know what it is. It's not the lawn people. It's not the people cutting grass. Even though they should be out here cutting grass because the grass kind of getting tall. They ain't out here today. It's something else making fucking noise. That's a message from spirit that it's just time for me to get out. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. You know what spirit trying to tell me? It's time to go. Sound like a power washer. What? I don't even know where they gonna plug it in at. What are you gonna do? remain centered. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What are the emotions? The emotions that are running high over the next 24 hours. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. That is so crazy. You said, let me sit my head down. You said a pop. What did you say it was? A pressure washer. That is Stanley Steamer. That is somebody outside, the van. Where's my nose ring from? Girl, let me tell you what happened. My mom and my daddy, they met in 1980s during the crack epidemic. And I don't have a nose ring. It might look like it, but I'm explaining it. Let me tell you, my mom and my daddy, they was stuck in love with it. And so maybe it looked like it. But I don't have no nose ring. Rubies. Born in the 80s, crack baby. You got to be born in the 80s or you can't look like that. Only people born in the 80s can have that type of feature where you don't have a nose ring but it look like it. Yeah. Crack was a motherfucker. I don't know. They did something to it. But back in the days, crack was doing all kind of miracle shit. Crack people was on crack for 40 and 50 years. People live 80 years off crack. This new shit y'all got lived motherfucker 3 days. Motherfucker got one time, they out of there. They was on crack for 20, 40 years. People retired off of crack. They got off of crack and got them a good job. Became a psychologist or some shit. Y'all can't do this with this new shit y'all on. Fentanyl and all of that. It doesn't have a retirement plan. Crack had a retirement plan. Motherfucker be on that bitch about 60, 70 years, get off, get married, get their life together. What his name was? The man who sings songs. I got a public example for your ass. What that man name was who sing them songs? He was like famous, and then he got on drugs. Then he got off them hoes and got famous again. He made that Thanksgiving song. Yams, sweet yams, sure look good to me. Baby, y'all naming some more people. I don't know who Donnie is. She said Donnie. It's one of them. Marion, no. Robert Downey Jr. That's not what Charlie Wilson. That's what. They done named about 5 people. I was talking about Charlie Wilson. They said Donnie, Marion married. About 5 motherfuckers. Richard Pryor. Look, I'm talking about back in the days. You can get off of drugs and live a good life. I don't know what y'all making in them labs today. They're all y'all need to get out of the chemistry lab. When they came up with crack, they did something. People was retiring off crack. Charlie Wilson sure did. Lady found Charlie Wilson under the bridge in L.A. She said, boy, come on, let me go take your ass. Charlie Wilson got off that shit and came back rich and famous. Y'all drugs don't do that. All I'm saying is, I'm not advocating. I'm just saying that the drugs that they make today won't allow. They try to make it seem crack so bad. Crack is whack. Crack is cheap. But I'm just saying, Whitney got on it and got off it. And was still Whitney. You heard me? Look at Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan been on crack 20,000 years. Shaka Khan look younger than me. I say, goddamn, they must got some fucking Botox in that shit. I don't know. That motherfucker Shaka Khan, she be up there like, I just saying drugs ain't the same no more. Y'all don't got that motherfucking Scarface. Y'all don't got that. Y'all got some new shit. What are the emotions? Baby, this card come up so much. Bruh, I don't know who is. Somebody is head to forehead. hand to forehead. Somebody is hand to forehead, right? Like distraught over a decision that they made in regards to you. Bro, you know how long this fucked up over you? You don't give a fuck. I mean, when I tell you, did this person know that they have fucked up? Because you are so, I was just listening to a video on the YouTube about Machiavelli, the psychologist or whatever it is like that, or whatever he was. I don't know what Machiavelli was, but he was something. Either way it goes, it was talking about how he was like a philosopher, and it was talking about how he was evil, and he talked about don't give people closure. This is somebody. Why the thing getting louder? You notice that? This is somebody who they can't get exactly. Thank you. This is somebody who tried to not give you closure, and they felt like if they didn't give you closure, that he was gonna have you on a string. Because I just listened to the Machiavellian thing, and Machiavellian say if you don't give them closure, you have. They'll always want to know, well, what happened, or what's gonna happen after this, right? This person didn't want to give you closure, and they thought that not giving you closure would keep you strung along. That would always be at points, almost like pivot points in your life where you would consider them or go back to them or try or whatever it is like that. Living in the moment was fucked up over you, baby. You moved on. I mean, well, you don't need closure. You'll close it. You don't need them to come close nothing. You've closed it out in your own mind. Someone's fucked up. Give me some more energy about the emotions that are rising high. The letter F. Guys, the letter F is showing up significantly. Fake, busy, and fucked up over you. Rejected energy is out here. This is the idea of somebody who will pretend like they okay, but they not okay. That's how this feels. Why is this significant? Why is this significant for the divine collective? Goodbye energy is out here with moving on and letting go and smash addiction. Listen, let me tell you something. If you thinking about going back, or if you are in that space in your mind where you like, I need closure, it's a fucking mind tactic. It's like a psychological warfare, witchcraft, sorcery. You heard me? This person not giving is Machiavellian. This person not giving you closure, hoping that they will have space in your brain rent-free, that you will always, no matter what you can get another person. You leave that person, you still think about going back to them. You can get another job, move to another state. You move to another state, you always think about going back to whatever because they got a space in your mind rent-free and they want you addicted. Be aware. Be aware, because maybe you're like, I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do. Maybe now we can have what I thought we could have in the future, right? In your mind, right? You need to be focused on where you're going. You need to be focused on where you're going. There's a lot about hand to the head. However you do it, right? There's a lot about this pressure in your head, and your spirit team is like, you need to be living in the moment. You don't need to be focused on anything that's behind you. Hey, you put an X on something for a reason. Not because it marks the spot. You get what I'm saying? Firestorm energy is out here, and the firestorm energy has been coming up twice. Firestorm, fake, busy, and free. Fucked up over you. If this person gets a chance to regain access to your energy, they're going to try to get you worse than they got you the first time. It didn't turn out the way. Putting you under pressure turns you into a diamond. You get how it was supposed to bust your pipes. Putting you under pressure turned you into a diamond. It was supposed to bust your pipes. If this person gets access to your energy again, they want to crush you. It's been too long and I'm lost without you. What am I gonna do? Said I've been needing you and wanting you. Wondering if you're the same and who's been with you. Is your heart still mine? I want to cry sometime. Look at this shit, bro. My way. They ain't get you like they wanted to get you the first time. And maybe they're feigning non-interest, pretending like it doesn't matter. Maybe they'll act surprised to see you. Oh my God, I haven't heard from you in so long. Bro, this person want to crush you. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps crush your spirit. Like the faith or the optimism or something like that you have in the world. This person doesn't like that. They feel like you represent, like they want people to be. They don't believe that, the world is a good place. And so they feel like your goodness is stupid. And so they want to prove to you, they through action, that you're stupid, that behavior or that way that you're moving through life is stupid. And so they're going to show you that you shouldn't be like that. You should be mean. You should be selfish. You should be defensive. It's like they're trying to orchestrate circumstances, right? To show you that, oh no, you're kind and you're generous. It's like they like you and they love you and they want an aspect of you, but they want you to be all to them. They don't want you to think that the world is a safe space. Like, pretty wings, your pretty wings around. They don't want everybody to see your beauty. They want to they want to have it, but they don't want you to give it to everybody. That's what this feels like. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I definitely understand that they want you to develop like boundaries in regards to who you share and what you have with. That's intelligent, but I don't like that they feel like they gonna test you, right? Like, or prove something to you, like they're teaching you a lesson. Because who the fuck are they? Because if you would have never came across them, then this lesson that they're trying to teach wouldn't be true. King of Wands energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Queen of Swords energy is in reverse. Heavy on, like, you're wrong, they're right. You should listen to them. Knight of Cups energy is in reverse. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It feels like this person came across a different way in the beginning. The Wheel of Fortune energy is in reverse, right? It feels like they came across a different way, and this person is a control freak. My way with the King of Wands. The way that you think, your opinion, or your, like, how you feel about something doesn't matter. The Knight of Cups in reverse, they'll control their emotions. They'll turn it on and off, right? They'll love you when you do what they tell you to do. They'll love you when you do what they tell you to do, and then treat you like a stranger if you want to operate in your autonomy. The Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you saw this going places at one point in time, but it's dead ends. That's how this feels. Queen of Cups energy is in reverse. Knight of Cups. You're more spiritual than them, or something like that. Like, your faith or your belief in things outside of what you can see differs from theirs. You all are unevenly yoked, and it's important for you to close this cycle. But ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Discipline is going to be an important thing for you to develop at this time, so that you can do what you know you're supposed to do instead of being, right? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Y'all double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this little list of something from this Kipperish oracle. Ooh. Ooh. Ba-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Ooh. Kipperish oracle, what is the most important message? Stuck in your head. We just talked about kind of like being stuck in your head when we was talking about the Machiavellian thing, and we was talking about how don't give people closure, because if you don't give people closure, you'll have a space in their head rent free. It's still showing up. North Node energy is out here with stuck in your head. It's about moving forward. Like I said, it's important to develop discipline at this time. Legal energy is out here. It's a spiritual contract that's showing up with a 6929 angel number. Venusian energy, a sweetheart. This is a kind individual. This is a loving individual. The type of person who will smile. Hi, how you doing? Hold the door for people. A stranger, right? Like, almost like no respecter of persons. You know how they said Jesus was no respecter of persons, meaning that the kindness that he showed it to everybody. He didn't like have preferences. The kindness that he showed to Mary, he showed to John, he showed to Peter. Is this type of energy. High honor individual, but there are people getting you caught up in spiritual contracts based on ignorance. That's how this feels. Mature woman. It's like based on what you don't know. And then like, so with altruism, like when you're a kind person and you're a generous person, like just like when you're a bad person, you think everybody like that. When you're a kind person and you're a generous person, you think everybody like that, right? And just like when you're a bad person, bad people think everybody bad, right? And so you will go forward in the world and you will put yourself in vulnerable positions because you won't recognize the red flags in people who don't deserve access to you. And that's what this feels like. Like there's a lesson about that. Ascension energy is out here. I've been tapped into this energy at least for the past like 2-3 days, at least 48 hours, where it's like shift in timeline, right? Opening time, space, dimensions, moving into a new timeline is happening for the divine ones, and I feel like you're starting to see something. And what it feels like you're starting to see, 369 is like mind games playing out in the real world. That's what this feels like. I really feel like you understanding how people can get you into contract inadvertently through your kindness. That's why they say nice. The root word of nice is naivety, because of your kindness, because you were trying to be good to a person. You know, I don't know why you over there messing with them people. You know, because you was over there messing with some people that you knew damn well you shouldn't have been messing with. They was at your house. They was in your house. Why were they even in your house? It's this type of energy. That's what's on this board. Where the fuck was you at? Who the fuck was you with? Why the fuck you ain't called me? Shit, trash. It's this type of energy. So there's lesson being learned at this time about how people can get you caught up in detrimental situations, cause you to lose credentials, right? Because of you trying to be nice. And so it's okay to be good to people, but you can't go outside of your way, because going out of your way will put you in a scrupulous position. That's what I'm tapped into. Divine partner energy is out here with the 9 of swords. Your divine life partner ain't gonna be over there doing that. What Drake say? Girl, I gotta watch my back, because I'm not just anybody. Now, I can't meet you in the lobby. Girl, I gotta watch my back, because I'm not just in it. You can't be in the fucking lobby trying to meet people. No. It gotta be situations and circumstances that are orchestrated for you to meet people who are on your same frequency. This is what I'm tapped into. But I feel like there's this revelation or this realization as you're shifting into a new timeline and you don't want to risk what you're creating. You realize that you can't just be friendly. You can't just be nice. Kindness, of course. Generosity, sure. But to selective with the people whom you recognizing, okay, this person ain't gonna fuck me up. And if there's an inkling, if there's a notion, you say no. That's what this is. Because you smart. My people perish for lack of knowledge. I'm talking about since the Bible. Y'all know how many thousands of years old that is? And still to these days, these niggas dying for ignorance. Bruh, it don't have to be you. It don't have to be you. I'm talking about if you read the Bible 1,000 of years old, 4,000 years old or some shit like that. Why in the fuck is people still perishing for lack of knowledge today? If you said it in the Bible a long time ago, you could read it and get your knowledge. Where you get your knowledge from? Well, the Bible says that God gives wisdom liberally. You just gotta go to God. Ain't that nothing? It's right there. They wrote it. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. They gave you. Look. Ever grateful for the opportunity. You gotta read that shit. Read it. Don't read it like a law. Read it like a fun science fiction novel. I got more from the Bible when I read it like I was reading a science fiction novel than I got from it when I read it like it was the ultimate rule book of everything in life. Read it like a science fiction novel. Read it like a Star Wars. You derive your messages from the Bible like you derive messages from movies like Star Wars. And you gonna get it. You gonna get it better than if you get it how they trying to put it to you when you go to church, because that ain't never make no sense to me. What? He ascended. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. We coming. We finna do some more messages. Just thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I appreciate that. I gotta ground my energy. I guess they finished cleaning the people upholsteries. They even got their upholsteries clean. Bougie. Oh, you got your couch clean. Nobody can't afford no new couch right now. Shit, guess it is smart to get the couch clean. I wonder how much they cost. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I call everything bougie. Whenever somebody love themselves, bougie. Oh, you love yourself, bougie. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path, thank you for the greatest good. But what is the most important message? The third eye has to do with intuitive insight, foresight, knowing, a knowingness, alignment, awakening, aware. It has to do with awareness and revelation. Naive romantically. We just talked about, I don't know why you over there messing with them people. Naive romantic. Look at the cute little puppy. Him so cute, that tooty booty. Okay, give me some more energy on this. What is my cute little puppy getting into? This cloud energy. If you remember from, her little laugh making me aggravated. I'm just aggravated with it. Either way it goes. Okay, you ain't gotta laugh all with your mouth open like that. Uh, I'm sorry. The card that just went into this other deck that we was using, that Kipperish Oracle Kevin Intuitive Kev deck, it was a clown card. I don't know if you recall, right? You probably rewind it and see it. It's a clown card energy. It's like, this person is a fucking clown. What does that mean? They put on makeup. It means that they will make themselves appear to be a certain way, and then that's not true. That's what this feels like. They fake. And they preying upon your naivety. That's not the right card. And they preying upon your naivety. And I also feel like they underestimating you, right? Because this is the card I picked up when I say they preying upon your naivety, and that happened for a reason, for sure. There are no coincidences, right? So this is how they see you, but this is who you truly are. The only thing is, if under the guise of what we call kindness, generosity, and niceness, you allow them to gain too much access. That's what this feels like. What does it say? Peaked already. You let them get too close. You let them get too far. Scrimmage. What it is, you got to get down up the field. You got to cross the line of scrimmage. It's like you instead of letting this motherfucker get across the line of scrimmage. The glory days are over. Is at the bottom of the deck. It's like, when we was kids, we could meet a person and another child right at the park. And that's your best friend for the day, right? Because y'all finna get ready to play and just have so much fun. But then you go through experiences and you are traumatized and you are wounded and you learn to protect yourself. You're not supposed to not be fun, loving, and cheerful anymore, but you are supposed to protect yourself. And that's what this feels like. They say the card is water under the bridge in reverse, right? Water has to do with, like, it could be nations, or water holds memory, and so it could be this like record keeper, and that's what this feels like. Water can still continue to change state and really morph into any state that you want it to morph into, right? It holds the memory of every experience that it has, but it doesn't stop it from operating in its identity. That's what this feels like. And I feel like you're supposed to hold the memory of the experiences so that you can protect yourself and continue to go with the flow. But I also feel like you need to keep going forward. Like, you don't need to be letting these situations and circumstances with these cloud ass individuals change you. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
Try this.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna work?
Yeah.
Globetrotter. Like, I feel like you're not supposed to allow the situations and circumstances where people have traumatized and wounded you to stop you from moving in the way that you would naturally move. But I do feel like you're supposed to add it to your repertoire. And they're showing me a spy, but they're showing me like a little teen spy, right? So it's like an unassuming person, right? Like, you might think that this person is young, naive, and inexperienced, right? But they already at their peak. And you just can't see it on them. That way you're able to maneuver through the world. Likely people will underestimate you because people are peoply. And when they underestimate you, that puts you in a superior position to be able to protect yourself and utilize your wisdom and your boundaries that you cultivated over time. Is this type of energy all day to day. Yeah. Don't let it change your heart is what this feels like to me. It feels like going through situations and circumstances with clown ass individuals who painted their face. Remember in Alice in Wonderland, the Red Queen and everybody in the court was wearing they call it grotesque in the book, but it's like elephantized, like noses, or they had ears or whatever it is like that. They call it grotesque in the book. It's like they all had did something to change their bodies in order to fit into this place, right? Don't feel like you have to do that. I feel like that's like a big red flag, like feeling like, well, maybe I need to do this to fit in, or maybe I need to do that to fit in. You need to continue to be who you are and not lose your heart, but you do need to be able to learn to be able to identify these clowns, and that's how this feels. Living rent-free in your head. Yeah, you don't have to turn into who they are. You already have a natural beauty and a glow about you. But you do need to be aware of, like, learning lessons, right? This motherfucker want to live. They're not going to give you closure. Like, an overarching message is they're not going to give you closure because they want that space in your mind. The truth is you get to control whether or not they have it. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. You don't change your heart. You don't change your heart, and you don't change how you look or how you present yourself into the world to fit in to their narrative. You know who you are. You ain't got to prove that shit to nobody. Trust me, they'll see. You know who you are. You ain't got to prove that shit to nobody. They gonna find out. Let them keep fucking with you. Let them keep coming up this motherfucking field. They can think what they want to think. They'll lay around there and hit that fucking defensive line and see what a good 250, 300 pounds feel like when it hits you solid. Yeah, that's what that is. I feel like the water is supposed to be the lessons learned, but I also feel like it's not supposed to. You know how water flows? It takes the shape of whatever object you put it in. I feel like these circumstances and these situations are not supposed to make you stiffen, cause you to freeze up in any way. You still supposed to flow. Did it work? He trying to get my new charger. See, I bought some chargers because they take chargers and chew them. Yeah, you give him, if I give him a charger today, that bit'll be gone tomorrow. Feel what I'm saying? They like chargers or candy or something. I don't know. So I bought some new chargers. They saw it when it came through the mail. So he know that I have a new charger, but I haven't busted it open yet. Bust that pussy open, then I tell him bring it back. I ain't bust that thing open yet. He trying to get me to bust that thing open. Baby, you can get your ass back. You better go ahead and do what you was doing. You had a charger all day yesterday. You had a charger all day before that. You been having chargers. Now all of a sudden you ain't got no charger. Buzz that pussy open and I tell her bring this back. Y'all gonna have a good day today? Y'all gonna have a fucking good day today. Don't wash your face and brush your teeth before you come in here harassing me. Go wash your face. That way we can talk. Because otherwise I'm instead of keep saying go wash. You need to go wash. Go ahead, try that. That's not the same end. Look at the end. This is for my camera. This is not gonna work in your phone because it's for my camera.
No, it's not the phone. It's my game.
It's not gonna work in there either. Your phone, the game, and the phone got the same kind of charger.
But I can plug the other side into the PlayStation.
But it's still not gonna charge your hand thing because the part on the end is not what you need. That's not gonna work. That's for my camera. I don't know why you not listening to me. Why would I lie about that? Go look around here. Go look on this floor right here. You see that? Is that a charger? Look at the end. The other end, baby. That ain't gonna work. That one ain't gonna work either. There's all of those for my camera. Well, and then see how he came up in here while I'm on live. So he know I'm not finna be pressed and shit like that to go look for no fucking charger nowhere else. He a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. And I be teaching them. You heard me? I be putting them on, and I shouldn't do that too early to put them on that type of game already, because then they gonna be. Oh, he left. Good. Get your ass on. Too early to put on that type of game like that. Turn them into a villain. You know? Angels are. Make them villainous. He hurt. Aaron. Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She say we all right. That boy started crying. He didn't want to go. He was walking up down the hallway talking about, I couldn't even understand what he said. Like, what? Are you okay? Witch. She stabbed her in the dark side. Stop! Okay. We doing singles. I need rescuing. This time won't you save me? This time won't you save me? Baby, I can feel myself giving up. I think that I can resonate with this energy because I can remember being young and thinking that eventually, well, it didn't even have to be romantic, honestly, in my mind's eye, but I did think that there would be somebody who came along at some point in time and we would have this kismet connection. And then from that point in time, we would, like on TV or some shit like that, we would join in forces and we would work together and create a life moving forward after that, right? Like, I don't know. I think I got it from like Disney Channel or something like that. I don't know where I got it from. Saved by the Bell or some shit like that, right? Like, when I wake up in the morning, I don't know where I got this idea of that type of thing happening. But it's not, that's romanticized life. Right? Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, friends and all that type of shit. I'm just saying that it's not as common as you would want it to be. And so that a person could say, well, let me not do the things that I'm capable of doing. Let me not operate in my talents. And then when I meet that person, then I can start to operate in my talents. That's not going to be your most powerful path forward. You operate in your talents. You find your glory. You do the best that you can. You show up. You show up and you show out, and that's what creates this magnetism. That's what creates a force. That's what does it, right? Because tarot on decks, the group, the family that it is, never would have happened if I wouldn't have started reading tarot. But up until then, it was like I was waiting for somebody to come and join the forces with me to make me feel safe or something. And then I could do what I was meant to do in this type of energy. So if you're waiting or, hoping that there will be some coalition almost, because it doesn't have to be romantic, right? If you're waiting or hoping or thinking that there's going to be some coalition that forms, I'm laughing because I saw the Avengers or something like Team X or something. Like, we got this. We in this. It's not. I get it because I get that it's like propagated, right? Like if you watch a lot, if you consume a lot of media, right, then it's pushed onto you that that's the way it's supposed to be, and so now you're waiting on this group, this earth, fire, wind, water, heart. Like you're waiting on fucking Captain Planet or some shit to come and save you, and it just doesn't happen. No, you're Captain Planet. It's when you coalesce these elements within yourself that you'll manifest and materialize that magnetism that you're looking for to attract your divine like partnership. And like I said, I don't think that this necessarily feels like it has to be romantic. It really feels like group, like family, like tribe. That's what this feels like, changing them. So now, because like there's a need to understand that, but because prior to now there's this disconnect from that understanding, then you're trying to change people. Then you're like, I'm ready, like you're ready, you on the precipice, you on the edge, you're ready to like operate in your gifts. You're like, yeah, let's go, let's join up and do this thing. And you're like, instead of you doing what you need to do to like operate in your gifts, think about it though. If you think about superheroes, right? You think about superheroes. The Flash was the Flash. The motherfucking Green Lantern was already the Green Lantern. Superman was already Superman. Wonder Woman was already Wonder Woman. They was already in the Amazon. Wonder Woman was already in the Amazon kicking ass. Green Lantern from a different planet, but he was up there doing what the fuck his Green Lantern do. You get what I'm saying? It was through their already identifying with their greatness that they were able to form a tribe. And that's what this is. Instead of you trying to go out and look at people and say, okay, well, this is an old, outdated model, but maybe I could update its software and repaint it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you going out in the world and trying to find people who need to be changed and need to be developed and need upgrades and software system updates, you can go ahead and just focus on you being at your apex, and that's what's going to attract your tribe. This is what I'm tapped into. Being cold. The card says you seem unapproachable because you are aloof. Try being more friendly, but you're aloof because you recognize and realize I wanted to say latency, right? Like they're using computer terms, because you recognize and realize the latency in these software models, and you know that you can operate at a higher capacity. That's what I'm tapped into. You may have been getting messages about your RAM, your hardware increasing, your RAM, your storage capacity increasing, and that's what this feels like, right? It feels like you operating at your apex. You saying, no, I'm already an elite employee, so that the other elite employees can discover you, but not operating in your gifts, expecting to be able to connect with people who match your frequency is not going to be your most powerful path forward. This is what I'm tapped into, procrastination, right? And you telling yourself, We talked about it in the beginning. You're telling yourself, I'm waiting on finding my tribe. I want to find my people, right? On the world, on the flesh, on the surface, it looks like procrastination. So anybody who might resonate with you at that apex frequency, they don't see you as you are at this time because it looks like procrastination. This is what I'm tapped into. And so you get breadcrumbs. And so you get very little, only a taste, and not even a good swallow and taste of what it is that you desire. You deserve more than crumbs of affection, right? But it's like the reason why it turns into crumbs the reason why it turns into crumbs is because the latent software, right? The systems that you're using or you're connecting with are outdated. That's what this feels like. Tolerating abuse. Tolerating abuse. Sitting up there, sitting in a situation, know damn well you need to move on. It's like, let's say you're like, okay, well, I do want to find me. It's not giving up on your tribe or giving up on your community, because you might say in your mind's eye, you might say, if I got to do it all by myself, once I get it, I'm not going to share it with nobody. That's the wrong way of thinking. Once you get to a certain level and you operate in your frequency and you glow and you shine brighter, you're going to create this magnetism that's going to attract people towards you that actually resonate with you. You're no longer going to get crumbs. You're going to get a mouthful. Pun intended. You're not just going to get crumbs, you're going to get a mouthful. So it's not about saying, well, if I have to do it all by myself, I'm going to hoard emotions or hoard energy. No. We all out here doing shit by ourselves. It's when we recognize people who can do things on the level that we do them on, that we can work together. And it's not always together. Even on Iron Man and the Avengers, they come together when it's necessary and go back to their lives on a regular day. It's this type of energy, right? But now here you are trying to do it all by yourself, feeling like you're having to do it all by yourself, right? And that's not as your aspect of this world you may be having to take care of. And then once you vibrate at a certain frequency, you're going to attract people in your life who can match you. Evenly yoked is what I'm saying. They gonna not just do, it's one, let's say you're an 80% performer and you're dealing with somebody who a 20% performer. It makes 100%. But let's say you was an 80% performer and you dealt with another 80% performer. Well, then it would be almost 200%, right? It's this type of energy where either you feel like you're having to do it all, but then when you work with somebody who's not evenly yoked to you, you having to do your part and their part. So now that's what's leading to burnout. When you do what you need to do for you and you connect with people who doing what they need to do for themselves, it's easier for you all to come together. And coalesce is the word that keeps coming out in this collective. Excuses. Look, this is up to you. There's a lot that you're going to have to do in order to develop yourself to a certain level, to a certain frequency, so people can see you operating in your gifts. When people see you operating in your gifts, that's what enlivens you. That's what makes you magnetic. When we talk about attraction or attractiveness, it's about magnetism, right? But this procrastination or this stagnancy where you're waiting on somebody to see you so you can then operate in your apex, which will attract them, which will create the magnet, is like the opposite way of doing it. And that's how this feels, being needy, need rescuing. The channel song is "This Time Won't You Save Me, This Time Won't You Save Me." Maybe I can feel myself giving up, and I feel like if you really want rescuing, then you better go to God. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else, something that helps. It says losing yourself. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Don't lose yourself in the situation or circumstances. Listen, don't lose yourself in these situations or circumstances. Find God. And when you find God, you're going to find God in you, whether you know it or not. And then you're going to attract the people in your life who can be compatible, who can, what is the word that I'm looking for? Enhance you. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Okay, it got serious for the singles. It got serious. Spirits had to speak. Let's talk to people who are in love. Love. Now that we got love. I don't love these niggas. I dust off these niggas. Okay. Love. We're going to stick to the first part of the song. Body language. Body language, actions speak louder than words, right? If someone is saying something without saying something, with joy and stability, I don't know. I feel like I'm tapped into the energy of somebody who's learning how to touch again. Like, it feels like this. Like somebody scoot over next to you and you scoot over a little bit. They scoot over next to you some more, you scoot over some more. Like, goddamn, you don't got enough room on the couch, so get your ass back. But I really feel like they like you. You might have like this thing about touch or something like that. You could be on the spectrum and not even realize it. Blooming. This is showing up a lot. I like the people who are in relationships, how your energy and your frequency is showing up in regards to your partner. There's a lot of affection. There's a lot of joy and stability going forward. This relationship is blooming. I mean, they adore you, and they can't help but show you. They can't help but do little things like you probably be. They're making me feel like this. You know, like scoot your ass over. What? Get there. Scoot over on the couch. Right? It's just like energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Be the change, energies in reverse. So listen, your body language is saying a lot to your partner, and I know that there's affection and there's appreciation, but there's also a lot of healing going on within you at this time. And so what's happening is this nuisance or this aggravation is a message from spirit about ways it's time for you to grow. It's ways it's time for you to bloom, and it's like you got to pay attention to your non-verbal communication and what this person is saying to you by their desire to kind of be close to you, and what you are kind of healing, shadow work around how you don't want to be touched or whatever it is like that. Past love, it's been showing up a lot over the past 2 weeks for the Divine Collective. This is a divine life partner from a past life, or like they say, in and out, in and out, in and out of time. Yeah, lessons learned. The lesson at this time is to recognize and realize how, because of, situations and circumstances prior to this relationship, you may have issues with affection or like touch, like not like being touched. You could be neurodivergent and don't even realize how textures and stuff like that affect you. So like you could be one of those people who don't like beards, and it's not the person, but your person got a beard or whatever it is like that. Like he cut his beard off for his girl, but it's like if you, it's like you might not know these things about yourself, and it's important to kind of like tap into, like, you know what I mean? Is it that you don't want the affection that this person is showing you, or is there something else happening in your spirit that's causing you to be like repulsed by their desire to show you some type of affection? Give it time. There's a lot about blossoming and blooming, and give yourself time, but also don't forget that there's healing. As much as you all are growing together, there's still aspects of yourself that you are healing. And when these things kind of show up, especially when they start to become problems or issues in your relationship, like let's say you can feel your partner being like almost like butthurt by, or like offended a little bit by the fact that you don't respond to their advances in the way that they expect you to, right? Then you kind of ask, is it worth it for the relationship, or why is that your response? You know what I mean? It to me, energetically, it feels like issues with how you look, not even realizing, like kind of coming to the surface with, like you being like, why does this person like me like this, or why are they, and they always, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, I love this about you, oh, I love that about you, and it kind of makes you like, but that comes from past trauma, and it's important for you to identify that so that you can move forward in this healthy relationship. I like this. Date, flirt, and play. They trying to show you, girl. They trying to show you something, girl. They trying to just let you know something. They just want to just let you just know something, and you want to get out. We grown. We grown. Okay? Know your worth. And that showed up yesterday with that pretty mustard yellow. It's like, know your worth. It's like, this person thinks you're beautiful because you are. But if you have issues around how that looks or how that translates, then you're going to inadvertently, through your body language, send messages that you aren't intending to deliver. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift I always hope I'm sharing for today else. Okay, Pink. They trying to just touch on you a little bit. Are you squishy? You look a little squishy. They say, let me see how squishy they are. You look squishy, girl. They just want to just see something. Just let them see something right quick. Just let them see something right quick. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift? I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Welcome. Y'all tap in, tune in, and turn up. What do you call you? Squishy? He's a little squishy. Okay. So you know I ain't lying then. Come close my door. Right now, my good air out. Come close my door. Thank you. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for the divine collective in regards to love? I mean, finances. 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 Internship. It's like right now is a time for learning. The new moon is coming up. It's a good time to really, really go ahead and tie those loose ends in regards to what you were releasing the previous full moon and begin to set new intentions. And what do you need to be learning? What skills, what tools can you begin to utilize more frequently that can help you to further your process? Internship, training, school, bro. This school, all this school. They said internship and training, but all that's school. That's going somewhere to learn. And that's what you're doing at this time. Growth. It's about learning. Maybe some of you are homeschooling. Maybe some of you are teaching children. It's this type of shit. But a lot about school. There's also a lot about like the tools that you can utilize, the tools that you have at your disposal, or maybe things that you need to learn how to use. So like you don't really know the full features of YouTube. You don't really know the full features of whatever application, but understanding the few full features of Canva could really help to further your business or whatever it is like that. It's this type of energy where you're going to be spending a time. You're going to be investing time. You're going to be investing your time in tools and skills that you can utilize to further your mission. This is what I'm tapped into. Multitasking. I feel like y'all got a lot going on in between being parents, being having ownership, having a job, responsibilities, and then the responsibilities that you have to your social networks. There's a lot going on, and understanding the tools that you have at your disposal so that you can utilize them is going to be how you invest your time most wisely at this time. You don't realize how it pay off, because it can look like, well, I'd rather be doing this other thing that actually makes me cash money, but I have to do this skill. I have to learn this skill, right? It could pay off in ways that you don't expect, is what it feels like, right? Like you going to school, you learn something, and then what you feel like you missed in wages going to work or whatever it is like that, you do one project and you make twice that, right there. Oh, okay, yeah, and that becomes a normalcy for you, where you're doing these projects based on this skill that you learn, and it makes you twice your income that you would make at your regular job, right? Like, or you finish school, and you are able to utilize your degree, and you make twice the salary or income that you're making at this time. It's this type of energy. Vacation, right? So go to school so you can develop these skills, and then you'll be able to kind of move freely. I think that more than what you're looking for than is money or whatever it is like that, I feel like you want freedom. I just feel like you want to be able to control your schedule. I feel like you want to kind of be able to control your schedule and kind of do, and you're not quitting in any way or even thinking about retirement. I feel like you just want to be able to kind of move freely throughout the planet while you make money at the same time, and even be able to care for your family and care for your social networks and other responsibilities at the same time. And so your spirit team is saying the most, like, you're not going to be able to do that in a 9-to-5. Having a place where you have to go to this brick and mortar every day and do this repetitive task. That's not going to be, and that should not be what you're teaching your children. And if that's what you learned, you need to learn something new. If you're going to create this freedom, this purpose, and be able to kind of create the lifestyle that you want, you have to learn something new. That's what this is. Okay, how to plant some seeds it's investing. This is, maybe you're learning how to invest, but this is investing. I'm investing my time to reap rewards that multiply later. That's what this feels like. Freedom is everything, baby. What is life without freedom? What is money? What is a whole lot of money if somebody else tell you how to spend it? What is a whole lot of money if you can only spend it in one store? Nah. But it looks good. I feel like you're investing your time in skills and information, and utilizing those skills and information could create a big payoff. Yeah. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's look into the elements over the next 24 hours. We're going to start off with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 4 of Cups energies out here. 4 of Cups is about telling yourself no. Meh. 4 of Cups is meh, because it's the energy of, do you want another plate? You want another plate? We have spaghetti and meat sauce. You want another plate? And it's like, you might. It was delicious. The spaghetti and meat sauce was delicious, but You don't really need it. You're no longer hungry, right? Four of Cups is learning how to. It's being able to say no. It's being able to say no. It's like how pushy, insisting, or I don't know, like etiquette. Like socially acceptable. It might be. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path I do for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? Seven of Pentacles energy is out here. We're talking to Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Take your time. Ace of Pentacles is now at the bottom of the deck, but we started off with the Four of Cups, right? No, take your time. Maybe some of you are literally home shopping, or you're thinking of moving, or like there are these monumental shifts that are happening. Take your time. There's no rush. We talk about it. I'll take your time. What's the rush? Who you? Either way it goes, it's like godly things grow. Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles is Eight Pentacles, right? So taking your time and thoroughly evaluating your options so that you can make a sound decision that you can be consistent with over time is going to be your most powerful path forward. Two of Cups energy is out here with the Two of Wands. It's like when you house shopping, you go see it when school let out. You go see it at 4 o'clock because you want to see what the traffic looks like around that area. You go see it when there's a game in your city. You go see it when there's a concert. You go see that motherfucker multiple times, Two of Wands, because you need to see them in different circumstances and different situations. I feel like you got this yesterday. A similar message, or somebody did. Seven of Pentacles energy of the Ace of Pentacles. That's Eight Pentacles. Be careful of the commitments that you're making. If you're making long-term commitments, then you need to see somebody under pressure before you sign up to that fucking relationship. That's what this feels like. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups is Three Cups. The third party situation. Remember, Four of Cups was the card that started off this reading. So meh is learning how to say no, or it's not being so gung-ho, acting like a nigga that ain't never had shit. Like, like when you get excited about something, like, oh, we're at the zoo. Like you ain't never been to the zoo before. Sit your ass down. Act like you've been somewhere before. That's how this feels. The Hangman energy is out here, right? Like, I feel like 3-3 angel number, being so gung-ho or so excited about maybe a new partnership, a new opportunity, seeming like it feels like it looked like you getting what you want, and then you realize you get in that motherfucker buyer's remorse, right? You get in that house, that bitch got foundational issues, you need a new roof, right? The electricity fucking up. You say, oh, that's why it was such a good deal. It's this type of energy. King of Pentacles. You say, oh, that's why nobody was wanting to marry this motherfucker. That's why they was so... That's why it was so easy. Huh? I don't want it if it's that easy. Believe it. King of Wands energy is out with the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're in this position where you're not having to accept any old thing. Like you're in a position to where you can really make decisions about what it is that you desire. MASH. You can choose amongst different options. Give yourself be patient. Give yourself the space and opportunity that you need to explore. King of Pentacles showed up twice with the King of Wands. So it feels like somebody changes their strikes over time, or it looks different in different conditions. That's what this feels like. So before you go making a selection based off immediate reaction or emotion, you might want to give something, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles energy, a little bit of time, a patience. You need to see it in different conditions to be able to make a selections. That's what I'm tapped into. The Chariot card energy is out here. I feel like you're going forward and you're arriving at your destination, but make sure that's where you really want to be. Because this is nothing worse than thinking you're going to one place and you end up somewhere else, and that's what you put in the GPS, right? But that's not the way. You get what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. Damn, I'm at the wrong location. Have you ever done that? Like, I was trying to go to this AT&T, but I need to go to that AT&T. I was trying to go to this Best Buy, but I need to go to that Best Buy. It's that type of energy. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share, to give. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Like, when you take your time and you thoroughly kind of explore something without committing to it so readily, you get a chance to explore kind of what would be the scam involved in it. Don't be so quick and so gung-ho to sign up for something, to put yourself in debt to something. That's what this feels like now. If it's a relationship, it could be. But it also feels like making a big purchase or something like that. Buying a car or buying a house or something. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share, to give. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. We're going to do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Just did the other day. Congratulations. Going to Walgreens. Trying to go to that Walgreens. Need to go to that Walgreens. Exactly. King of Pentacles energy. We're going to do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. King of Pentacles showed up twice, right? Yeah. All praise to the Most High. I am just a vessel. Grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. If I am. Double tap that screen. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps y'all, leave me a like. Share this with somebody who needs this message. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Queen of Cups energy. It's crazy because Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, first card out was a Pentacle. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, the first card out is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But either way, though, Queen of Cups energy is out here. I just be paying attention to shit. Queen of Cups energy is out here. Right now, your most powerful path forward, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, is to be your own protector. There's this embodying the idea of what you always needed as a child. That's what this Miss Honey card gives me. She's the Queen of Cups in general tarot is spiritual. She's intuitive. She's tapped into the ancestors because the ancestors guide her. And that's going to be your most powerful path forward. Tapping into your understanding, even seeing yourself as your inner child, right? Being the protector and the provider that you always needed. So that much tells me you might have daddy issues. You might have trust issues. You might have issues around being able to identify whether or not somebody really cares for you, whether or not somebody really loves you based on the family that you grew up in, okay? So right now, your most powerful path forward is to be your own Miss Honey, okay? Wheel of Fortune energy is out here with the Death card. Major transformations are happening in your life. You could have been going through a situation or circumstances where you really felt alone, like lonely. And now you finding yourself, right? And you realizing it and you kind of understanding what it means to never be alone. If you really tap into yourself and then you tap into your inner child and you sense your inner child, that version of yourself that likes to laugh and likes to play and can be silly. You tap into your inner teen, kind of that version of yourself that maybe is ready to really start creating, but can be a little bitch too. And then you tap into your inner adult, right? Your higher self, that version of yourself that's upper echelon or whatever it is like that, right? You can tap, if you feel in your body right now, you can tap into all three of those versions of yourself. And if you can't, that's where we at right now. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It's like your spirit team is saying you have to embody these things that you are looking for in the external world is a frequency coming from God that's saying these are the capacities that you have, you can embody, right? And so we go looking for it in the world because we desire it. But that desire is a message from spirit. The external world is only a reflection of the internal world. That desire for it is only a message from God, the higher up, that you got it in you. That's what this is, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Give me some more energy. It's in you, baby. You looking for it in the world. Don't hold your breath. Three of Pentacles energy is out here. Three of Pentacles is slow and consistent, methodical growth. It is every day. Let's say every day you can save $100. Every week you can save $100. Just put it up. Don't even pay attention to it. Every 2 weeks, save $100. Just put it up. Put it up. Don't even pay attention to it. By the end of the year, you might have a good 5K. You get what I'm saying? You ain't even recognize and realize it is this type of energy. Three of Pentacles energy is out here. It's that slow and methodical growth. 313 angel number in regards to you tapping into yourself and becoming who it is that you need. That's going to alleviate the idea of loneliness. Knight of Cups energy is out here with the Ace of Wands, and then you'll understand how small talk works. You'll understand how people can be engaged in social situations and social settings, show their higher self, give people access to like a divine aspect of themselves, and then go home and be happy and maybe not talk to that person again for another 6 months or another 9 months and still not feel lonely and at the same time feel a connection. Ace of Wands energy is out here with the Knight of Cups. So you have to develop a connection with yourself, Divine One. You have to develop a connection with yourself, Divine One, before you can go out and develop these kind of connections in the world. Page of Swords energy is out here with the Seven of Pentacles. But the idea that you're looking for it in the world is indicative that you have the capacity to develop it within yourself. Page of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. The Alice in Wonderland and how she found out that she could slay a Jabberwocky. Maybe she always knew she could slay a Jabberwocky. She just had to be reminded. Seven of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles is 10 Pentacles. So you definitely have the capacity to cultivate this legacy. But it's slow and steady and methodically that you're going to do it. And it's by embodying 734 angel number. It's by embodying the things that you're looking for in the world. That's what I'm tapping into. Seven of Swords energy is out here, which really is taking off the mask that we wear to keep other people comfortable. 7, angel number. 7 of swords, 7 of wands. 7 of pentacles, 7, angel number. And I saw a 743, which 4 plus 3 is 7. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, your task or your charge or your assignment at this time from the divine is to embody the principles that you're looking for in the world, to be that change, to be that person that you want to see in the world. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. And not just one day, not just sometimes. It's not what you do sometimes, it's what you be doing that's going to make all the difference. That's what I'm tapped into. 7 of Wands energies at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of grab your torch and pitchforks, right? There's a lot of red queens, a lot of remember how Alice in Wonderland, it was, you aren't real. She kept telling motherfucking things, you ain't real. It's this type of energy. These things, 7 swords, 7 of wands, 7 of pentacles, these things that are trying to come against you, that shit not really real. It's holograms, and the only thing you got to do is remain focused on what God is telling you to do by embodying these divine principles slowly and steadily, like the turtle. It's going to lead to some type of growth. 10 of pentacles is out here with the 7 of pentacles and the 3 of pentacles and the wheel of fortune. 10, angel number. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. All praise to the Most High. Go back and watch it. I feel like I need to go back and watch it too. It's one of my favorite movies, but you know, you can always do yourself a good Alice in Wonderland and go ahead and discertain you some messages and shit that Spirit trying to say to you. Why your name is girl? And if you know that Deuteronomy verse 18 and verse 10 say that, then why are you in here? Like if you saw witchcraft on your phone and you said, let me tap into that. You said, let me click on that. And then I'm gonna comment. Cause I'm gonna tell this person about what they doing. Like in my mind, if I was a Christian and I saw witchcraft on my phone, I would be scared. I'd be like, why is this showing up on my phone? I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I don't understand. I would think that somebody was trying to do witchcraft on me. I really would. I start praying. I would put my phone away. I would fast from my phone for about 3 days. Why is this witchcraft? But see, you gotta be, you like to dabble yourself. That's why you tapped on it. That's why you tapped in. Because you're kind of curious a little bit. That boy named you don't even want to put your name on them. At least a name that identifies something that you're interested in. Your name could be Hello Kitty 123, but is interesting name to choose. Don't come over here and tell me something like I don't care about what you think. Your name is boy, go ahead. Go read your Bible. That is what will help you at this time. Because if I saw witchcraft on my phone, I'd get the fuck away from it. It don't make no sense to me. You done came over here. You wanna join our group, don't you? That's usually when them Christians come up. I'm telling y'all something. When them Christians come over here with that shit, they kind of curious. They kind of trying to figure it out because that Christianity shit ain't working for them. When I first started getting into occult theories, it was because Christianity wasn't working for me. They want to be a part. They do. When I first started to look into magic or believe in clairsentience or clairaudience, it was because that Christian shit wasn't working. I couldn't get it to... I don't know, it worked for my grandmother. She was a Christian her whole life. I couldn't get that bitch to kickstart. That bitch kept dying on me. So she said, when I first got into dabbling, it was because Christianity wasn't kicking in for me. So I think when they come over here with all that Deuteronomy 17, Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 10, everybody will bow. You get that Kirk Franklin shit. You know, they come over here with that Kirk Franklin shit. I feel like, nah, I don't believe you. You get what I'm saying? Wipe a tear from your eye. Get ready. Do you want a revolution? Woo. You came over here with that Kirk Franklin ass shit. I don't believe you. I believe he know what he be doing too. He a little sorcerer too. Y'all not tricking me. You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. Who we doing a reading for? It's got to be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Let's go Aries signs. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I'm I'm just saying, do that make sense if you was a Christian, right? Would you see witchcraft and go, let me tell them about Jesus, because I know they ain't never heard of it? Or would you go, right? Like, would you say, yeah, I'm finna get ready to bring some souls to Christ. I'm 40 years old. you gonna do it. All the motherfuckers that to try. You gonna be the one, let's go. I know the Lord know me, let's do it. Shit. I know some Bible verses too. Shit. Shake the dust off your feet. Come on, we finna go verse for verse, motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm not. We're gonna do Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I know the Lord know me, bitch. Let's go. The devil know the Bible too. Let's get it, bitch. I'm sorry. In my mind, right? But not today. Another day. Shit, you done came your ass over. You better go on. You better go on. You done came up here fighting with me, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's the most important message? Eight of Swords. Get out of your head and get into your hand. I keep saying that. It's something that you're supposed to learn in this experience. It might not be comfortable. Maybe it's not where you want it to be. Perhaps it's not ideal, right? You'd rather be in Hollywood, to shooting a movie with the most famous director. Yes, but you with your family, and they want to be in the forest, and they don't embarrassed because they like to figure out anthropology and shit, whatever the fuck. Make the best of it. What can you learn? What could you be learning in this experience that you could later on use to play a character? Hell, I don't know. Is this type of energy? Five of Swords energy is like the Eight of Swords, but it's like, have you ever been at a party, but like, it's like they want you to make the best of a situation. They don't want you to be in, they don't want you to like let misery in. They don't want you to feel miserable. They want you to ask yourself, how can you make something fun? What can you learn from this? It feels like it feels like going to a party and they playing music you don't like. Like say you go to a party and they yodeling. Yodeling, you can, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you was expecting to see Chris Brown. Maybe you was expecting, maybe that wasn't the best example, but whoever, you was expecting to see whoever. My spirit team said Chris Brown, bitch, we like him. Okay, whatever. I'm not a judge. But I just say he be hitting people. But either way it go. Let's say you thought you was gonna see somebody else. Michael Jackson, I don't know. and they start yodeling. They yodel Michael Jackson. Okay, you ain't read the concert venue right, and you recognize that they singing they doing covers of Michael Jackson songs. So it's a yodeling group that's covering Michael Jackson song. You come, you got to have fun. You got to have fun in this situation or circumstances. You done spent your money. You done got dressed up. You thought you was finna see Michael Jackson. You might have on your Michael Jackson leather jacket and your one diamond glove. You gonna let this experience get past you? No. It's something that you're supposed to be learning in this situation or circumstance. The Seven of Swords with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. What's missing? Huh? Think about it. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. What's missing? Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is when you learn a lesson. The Six of Swords is when you're like, I get it now, and this is what you're supposed to be doing in this circumstance. You're getting stuck in your head or wanting to complain and wanting to moan about, and not even saying, well, God, why you got me here? I mean, a simple question, a simple prayer as, God, what am I supposed to be learning from this? What do I need to learn from this experience in order to go forward and find my greatness, and then you might learn something. Huh? Spirit team will learn you something. Page of Pentacles energies, I have the King of Wands, because I guarantee you in this situational circumstances, so you can learn something, and it might not be what you want it to be. Seven of Swords with Three of Swords is 10 swords. Seven of Swords with 8 swords is 11 swords. Five of Swords with 7 swords is 8 swords. It might not be what you want it to be, but I guarantee you it's going to be something that comes from it, and you say, oh, that's why God let me go through that, so I could be able to move forward in power now. That's what this feels like. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini? So, and you go stay stuck in this motherfucking mosquito infested ass situation and circumstances with these monitoring ass spirits until you learn what you're supposed to learn. And see Spider-Man learn what he needed to learn. He got around, he became a bug himself. It's something you're supposed to be learning from this situation or circumstances. A lot of air sign energy showing up in the air sign reading. Something that you're supposed to be learning from this situation or circumstance. No matter how difficult it is, that you will take forward with you. Forward with you. Shit. Forward with you. Into your greatness. King of Wands with the Six of Wands is Seven of Wands. And that's the energy of Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. Grab your torch and pitchforks. A whole bunch of people getting together to try to make you think that you can't do something that God told you you could do. Four of Cups. I get it. There's this energy of a circumstance or a situation that you'd rather not endure, but it's supposed to be teaching you something. So ask yourself as you go through it, God, what am I supposed to be learning from this? King of Wands energy is out here, and God is going to introduce you to your greatness. The challenges that you face is only it's because of your power. So the size of your enemy is the size of your greatness. So the challenges that you're facing, and this feels like people want to get you out of character, people wanting you to disgrace yourself. You get what I'm saying? That shit. If you can remain composed and you can hold your composure in this situation or circumstance, it's going to only catapult you into greater things. Because the fact of the matter is Harry Potter, and Harry Potter come up for y'all every day. The fact of the matter is Harry Potter, people can see your greatness on you right now. They see that little mark on your motherfucking forehead. Ain't that what the Bible said? They see that motherfucking mark on your fucking forehead. That means it's something special about you. Maybe you don't even know what it means. It was just your birthmark. Right? This is what I'm tapped into. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank you so much for allowing me in your energy. I sincerely appreciate the love and support. Your time is a very precious resource, something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I hope I'm saying something that helps. If I'm saying something that helps, go ahead and leave me a like. Hey. Go ahead and leave me a like. If you haven't already subscribed, share this with somebody. Share this with somebody who needs this type of shit. Okay? Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. Save the best for last, face ass. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message? King of Wands, the Magician card energy is out here. This is kind of step on their neck energy. It is do it. Just do it. Like Nike, the Magician card, it has everything that they need to do to it. This energy, the only obstacle that I would feel from this energy is that you feel like you need something that you don't have. And you don't. You have everything you need to start. Now you might be thinking, well, 2 years from now, I'm going to need this thing. Okay, that's 2 years from now. That means you got 740 days. Shit. You get what I'm saying? It's this type of thing to where you might feel like you can't start now because you don't have something you need, but you have everything you need at this time, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, to begin and do well. That's what I'm tapped into. But you be like psyching yourself out a lot. Like, you know, but at the same time, you will talk yourself out of it. What does that sound? At the same time, you know, but it's like you will talk yourself out of it. Six of Cups energy is out here with the Three of Swords. It feels like, because I don't want to make the mistakes that I made in the past. Let's talk about it. In the past, you made mistakes. And then you learn from those mistakes. Now you're in a position to where you get another opportunity to kind of manifest the thing you desire. You don't want to make those mistakes. In the past, you don't want to make those mistakes. You had never made those mistakes. So you didn't know not to do that. At this point, you know not to do it. Because you've already made those mistakes. And that's the difference. But that should have caused a freeze in you and caused you not to do anything at all because you don't want to make those mistakes. But you got to factor in that you didn't know that before. And now that you know that, you can operate under a different paradigm. The lover's card energy is out here, right? So you have everything you need. 6 angel number to begin right now. But I feel like you psyching yourself out. Yeah, you psyching yourself out, and you talking yourself out of something. 4 of Cups energy is out here with the 6 of Cups. You can make this manifest. 6 plus 4 cups is 10 cups. You can bring about your fulfillment, your childhood desires and dreams. You have the capacity to manifest and materialize. You do, but you psyching yourself out. You talking yourself out of something. You don't want to make the same mistakes, but you're not thinking that you did when you made the mistakes. You didn't know not to make those mistakes. And if you had known not to make those mistakes, you would have not made those mistakes. So the idea that you know as you're moving into something, let me not do this, let me not do that, indicates further progress, right? Maybe you only get a little bit further, but that's all you can go anyway, is step by step. Is this type of energy, star card energy with the Page of Cups, right? And I feel like it's this, you're seeing, you seeing yourself as small. You're thinking small, and you need to be thinking big, bitch. That's what's on this motherfucking board. You're thinking small, and you need to be thinking big. Bitch, you think you're too young, or you think you're too experienced, you think you don't have enough money, or you're looking at what you don't have. I don't have this, I don't have that. What do you have? And how can you use what you have, including the information from your previous experiences, in order to make manifest the things that you desire? You're psyching yourself out, talking yourself out of something. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I really appreciate your time. Let's get a closeout message for the collective. Over the next 24 hours, I want you to go forward, and I want you to have the most powerful, positive, and productive experience possible. And I hope I see you again tomorrow, again for a daily check-in, so we can see how these messages resonate with you over the next 24 hours. Okay, tap in, tune in, and turn up, and let's see. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do they need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? Divine timeouts. Fast. I know you don't want to hear that shit, but yeah, you probably already been told from other readers, or getting messages from in your own discernment and downloads about this break that you need to take from something and or someone. 2222 angel number. It can help you to really manifest and materialize everything that you desire. Soul lovers energy is out here, right? Like including increasing your personal magnetism so you can attract the connection that you seek in life. There is this butterfly, monarch butterfly, showing up significantly, and it's been showing up significantly like in the collective energy overall. And so I feel like you're coming out of the chrysalis at this time. And so one of the things that a butterfly has to do when they come out of the chrysalis is they got to learn, they got to get them wings. They got to get used to them wings. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Nervous energy, some type of anxiety. One of the most powerful tools in your repertoire is the ability to breathe. And I think it gets dismissed and diminished. Like the magical power of taking a breath with thought, inhaling the positive energy and exhaling the negative energy, and then moving forward on the thought when you took that breath, and how you can give birth to so much power. And so the Most High is wanting you to take a time out. It could be a fucking split second. Shantae's got a man. It could be a fucking split second where you just take a deep breath with intention before continuing your conversation that gives you all the power that you need to move forward. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. Soul lovers energy is out here. I feel you need to pay attention to what your body is telling you. I feel like the messages are coming. You're getting these downloads from the divine, but you tend to disregard them. You'll just think that you have gas. You think that you just have a pinched nerve. You're not paying attention to what that could mean, what deeper meaning that could have for you. And as you begin to pay attention to what the stiffness in your right shoulder mean, or what the stiffness in your left shoulder mean, or how the stiffness in your hip means that you holding on to trauma, and the stiffness in your right shoulder means you got these financial blockages, and you get what I'm saying? When you start to understand where these things go spiritually, you can manifest and materialize your divine, what you desire. This is your divine bloodline, right? Your spiritual bloodline, your spiritual energy. It just means that, why is this card coming up at this time? Why? Because you different than other people, right? Like we look around, but have you ever seen Futurama? And you know how they're all from different planets and different zones and different, right? Like on this planet, as much as they try to say we're all the same, spiritually, let's just say it's Futurama, right? And so you have to put yourself on your rhythm. You have to feed yourself your food. You could be in a metropolis where there's all these different types of spiritual beings coexisting in the space, but you have to make sure you give yourself what you need for you. That's what this feels like. New love energy is out here with hiding emotions. I feel like you need to ask yourself overall what in regards to, first of all, some of y'all don't like people to touch you. A message that's been coming up a lot over and over and over again is the way that it feels when you get close to people or when people kind of violate your space. And I also feel like you have never kind of considered it. Like you never thought about it and how that could affect you building relationship. I do see like people wanting be like a lot of magnetism. I see a lot of magnetism, glowing like a neon light you are. I see a lot of magnetism, but I also feel like there's this type of repulsion to people based on your experiences. And until you can heal that by identifying what your body is trying to tell you about unhealed trauma, every time somebody touch you, you go like this, don't touch it. And I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna thank you. Think I'm dirty or something. Let's say we talking and we laughing and we start getting, you get one of them laughs, and I do my arm like this on your arm, and you. I'm gonna say, well, damn, I thought we was making a bond, but I guess it wasn't. But the whole time you autistic, neurodivergent, and you got touch sensory things, but you can't express that because you've never tapped into that. You might not even recognize how you do things like that, and now you pushing people away, the same people away that would have been drawn to you. It's important for you to pay attention to the downloads that you're getting in your body. That's what's on this board over the next 24 hours. And when you pay attention to the downloads that you get in your body, to the way that your nonverbal communication speaks to others, then you will really be able to not only manifest, but appreciate the things you've manifested. That's what this feels like. Winner, chicken dinner. Huh? What y'all having for dinner tonight? Think about it. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Your time is a very precious resource, something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you, and I hope I'm saying something that helps. If you're ever interested in getting a private and personal session, you should check out my website. It's www.tarotondex.com. You can also use my linktree /tarot-on-dex, and get a private reading. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose, wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you. See you tomorrow.